Okay, I'm coming down from Angelus Oaks. Lost the live feed right there. It's 9 o'clock, Friday, September 18th. And that looks like a rollout. See that big vertical line up there? Yeah, that looks like a big something coming down, rolling down there. This is where the rock slide was, right here, when I came down last night. Big slide. That's why I'm getting the hell out of here. I just went around a big rock back there in my lane. You can see those rocks. Yeah, I'm getting the hell away from this ridge. There's cliffs right here on the left. That's Mount San Bernardino still burning. If you watched the video last night, that's where I came around the corner and Caltrans was. It was a big slide. He was carving a hole through it. Luckily, he was there. I could get through because I wouldn't have been able to keep going. Oh, where we at now? We're getting down. Mile marker 17, 5,000 foot level. It's burned down to the road back there like at mile marker, let's see, what is that? 19? Where that big gorge is, to the right if you're going upbound. There's that big gorge there. It's burned up to the road right there. There's a lot of engines, brush engines and hand crews right there, strung out in all the turnouts. And if it gets down the road, they're there to put it out. And there's a little fire way up there. I believe that is Wilshire Peak. That's over above Forest Falls. We're just about down to the turnoff. Valley of the Falls, they call it, that goes to Forest Falls. And it is the Valley of the Falls. There's big falls. And if you take and hike Vivian Creek down the Mill Creek Canyon, the Vivian Creek Trail, there's more falls. They're kind of hidden back in there. There's Monkey Face Falls is the first one, and I think it's Big Falls. And if you keep going, I'm not sure about. There's a couple more back in there. Dave Russell would know. He's taking some beautiful pictures of them. Yeah, we should be getting down to the bottom now. A lot less of eventful night compared to last night. Should be to the bottom. Oh, I'm trying to miss that rock. I didn't see it till the last second. Get out of the away from these cliffs. And this usually slides on its own. It's really steep. You gotta be careful up here. But now with the mountain burn like this, the wind and the rain, when it rains, it's going to slide bad. And they lifted the evacuation order for Forest Falls. The closure down below is what they call a soft closure. You got to have that's at the radio station, Highway 38 in Bryan. You got to have an ID to Forest Falls, to be a resident. Forest Falls or Mountain Home Village. You can't go up to Angelus Oaks yet. That's still got a fire threat. Right where I just drove through, there's still active fire right there. But they got a chippy man in this, so the people, the residents are coming up that they don't try and go up. And there's a lot of rock coming down, so that they're worried about residents getting in there. There's AMR there. I'll run this down to the bottom, but it's pretty calm down here now. No really active fire. Let's see if I can find any fire burning. Oh, coming up there was a little smoke. In fact, somebody said somebody called it in. There was a little smoke kind of across from Mount Home Village on the slope. But I don't see any. Ah, there's a little orange over there. One little orange speck. This will smolder for days and then finally go out. I think I see another little orange. Yeah, there's a little bit of orange right there. It's real little tiny specks. You really couldn't, well, if I pointed the camera at it, it would be hard for it to focus on it. It's so tiny. Down here's Mountain Home Village. You see there's a little orange speck there. 2/3 of the way up the slope. Probably a log, it's smoldering, been smoldering, kind of flickering. That's the only one I see down here. I was curious to see if they got power. They don't have power in Forest Falls. Angelus Oaks got power back. Let's see what... let's see if Mountain Home Village got power. I'm seeing lights, kind of lights. But some of those could be generators, but I'm kind of curious. I think they got power because I see a lot more lights. Yeah, that one is going to dip through the first street. But I see a lot more lights than I did the other night. Yeah, I think these guys got power. In fact, if I see somebody, I'll stop and ask them, but I'm pretty sure. And they were allowed to come back today, so I see more vehicles. Yeah, and the porch lights and garage lamps, or the little, what do you call them? On the side of the garage, lanterns or whatever you call those lights. Those are on. Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot of people came back, but I see a lot more houses with lights on, which is cool. It's been 2 weeks, I think, for these guys, or 10 days. They didn't evacuate till a little bit later than the Ukaipa side. But still, 10 days, So that's Mountain Home Village. Just the first street there. I didn't go all the way down through, but there's the sheriff there. See if he'll talk to me. Did they get power? They get power back?
I don't know.
Looks like they got power.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Thank you. Good to see you. He's probably just getting up here. He probably don't even know yet. He's probably just coming up the shift change maybe. But it does look like they lit up Mountain Home Village. And across from there, I see one little orange dot mid-slope. That's probably what that lady called in, or whoever it was. They said somebody called in. They could see there was a little bit of smoke when I came up. I came up about 3 p.m. today. I went to that Forest Falls community meeting, and they had a lot of good news, and then some that was like, generators. They're supposed to bring them up this Tuesday, that's past Tuesday, but now it's Monday, and they're saying it may take a while for them to get them running. So, God, that'll be 2.5 weeks without power. Or well, they didn't cut power here till later. Still, every day no power, it sucks. And a lot of people ran out of gas. They were out of gas for the generators. You might want to think about they turned out the propane tanks so they wouldn't explode. So to run your Jenny, like I've got a dual power, gas and gasoline and propane. I got a big 90-pound propane tank. I'm thinking about getting a second one because if it's if it goes out in the summer, I got a freezer, a fridge, and if I want to run the main AC, it's probably going to take two of them, 2 Jennies, and that's going to really suck the gas. To be comfortable for a week, I'm probably going to need, even though I just run window air conditioners, I'm probably going to need another 90-pound propane. I'd rather run propane. You don't have to mess with the gas. It'll run several days without, you don't have to refill the gas like every 7-10 hours. So think about backup power. I mean, Edison's cutting power now on those rollouts, but that's only for 4 hours. Or you want to go at least several days, that you can run. Like, right, these guys are 10 weeks. Some are going on 2 weeks. That's a long time. But if you stay, or you're essential, where like Vicky was running the water, keeping the water tanks full, it helps to be able to be comfortable. You want to be comfortable. AC, freezer working. You don't want to lose any meat or food. And lights. You can always go kerosene lights. That's what we did on the farm. But you got to be careful with kerosene. The cat knocks it over. You don't want to do candles are really dangerous. But you do what you got to do. But candles to me are open flame like that. Cat getting a cat, earthquake, whatever. Oh, what else you got to do? Flashlights, you definitely want to have. And I saw Mark had his solar panels out. Have some solar panels where you can charge stuff. Your batteries, your lanterns, and your computers, or your flashlights. What else? And you can parallel 2 generators, double the power. I got a Champion 3200 watt dual. It was like, it's half the cost of a Honda. It's 1,000, where Hondas are like 22. It's 59 dB, which is pretty quiet. I think the Honda is 52. You get a generator in the 50s, it's going to be pretty quiet. It's not the real loud. The other thing on storing gas, the problem with gas is it goes bad so quick, turns into varnish. You can put that stable in it, but even then it's only good for, I forget how long it's good with stable. I buy that, what's the name of it? They make 2-stroke and 4-stroke. It's good for years. You can put it on the shelf. I got about 12 cases of that, 14 cases of it, 6 in a can. That'll run my Jennies for 3-4 days. And it doesn't, it doesn't break down. On your generators, when you get done with them, you want to run them till they're dry. You don't want to have, I can probably turn my flashers off now. Oh, down below here. No, I'm not down yet. But if you put, like my lawnmower, I was leaving it in there, and like over the winter, a couple of months, 3 months, and the gas was bad. I had to rebuild the carburetor. So yeah, you want to run them dry. Either that and put stable in them, but stable doesn't last long. Get some of this. It's on Amazon. It's like, it's not cheap, but it's you can just put it in the garage or shed, like I did, to stack up of 2-3 days worth. However long, whatever you got to kind of calculate your loading. Air conditioners are going to suck a lot. Fridge and freezer. You can see the wattage rating on them on your energy sticker, or you can look it up. Make a list of how much wattage. You're gonna want to run some, probably some lights. Bedroom, kitchen. Oh, I need to turn that flasher off. The window air conditioner won't take as much as your main AC. And what guys are doing is they're strapping them together parallel, which doubles it, 6,000 watts. And you can run the main AC and other stuff. Your washer and dryer are going to suck a lot of power. And they even make a little, what's it called? I got one. You plug it in the wall and then you plug your appliance in. And let me get over here. I'm going to pull up and turn this off. And it tells you how much wattage. So say you don't know, you can't find the wattage that it's drawing, the amperage. This little, I think it's called a watt meter. Not a watt meter. It's called a watt miser. Anyway, let me turn this off. You could do that with everything you think you're going to use. Write it all down, get a number, then you might have to take some things out, plan on, because you won't be able to run everything. Especially if it's in the summer. I'm down here in Mentone now, we're done. Oh, what other tips on water? Water that's a problem if you don't have water. Forest Falls lost water several times. I store water like for earthquakes. I've got big 5-gallon jugs, and then put a little bleach in there, but you got to switch it out. I'm switching mine out about every year. Pour it in the garden where you don't waste it. Water the lawn, refill it, throw some little bit of bleach in there. You can, they make those backpacking straws, the filter, virus filters. They have straws and they have little pumps. I got a little Katydid pump. That way if you find some, you can go to the creek. If you got a creek, you can filter it through that. The pumps are for more people. The little straws are for just like single person, where the bigger pumps, they look like a big bicycle pump, like a grease gun. They pump a lot more quantity. You can boil the water. You can take and boil it if you got propane. Because some of the residents I talked to up there, they didn't have electric and they were out of propane. So they were kind of stuck for cooking. There wasn't any way to heat it except campfire, build a wood fire. But I don't think that after everything burning up there, I don't think anybody's in a hurry to build a big fire there, or even a campfire. So that's it. That's AO down to Mentone. And thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be up there tomorrow at the fire. Thank you. Good night.